Alright, into customs, and we're going to try and do something with the new Wolverine. So I think Wolverine is generally acknowledged to be pretty bad now. It used to buff adjacent sniping units. That is now the albatross. And Wolverine's new ability is to remove health from the opposing team for every 4 times one of your pets has been hurt. Now that doesn't include the Wolverine itself. So it is kind of awkward, and that makes me think that we're really going to need Elephant to try and make this work. So we find one in the shop here, and we're going to bring in the Lobster to get some buffs onto the Elephant, give it a head start. Now you could obviously just do this using Camel or Blowfish, of course, but I would rather use some cross-pack synergy here instead of just going for all pack 1. And it's not that long ago that I did a Tuna video, but in that one I was pilling a bunch of fireflies to get the Tuna trigger limit up, or trigger count up. And we are going to try and do that in a minute, once we find a leech. So if you're not aware, Tuna's ability is to give +1/1 on feint for every time it has been hurt. So you can store those hurts in the shop, either via firefly or leech, as we're going to do. But you can also just hit it in battle with the Elephant. And of course, every time the Tuna itself attacks, it's probably going to take damage and therefore increase the count as well. Now a level 1 Elephant really isn't going to cut it, so we're going to have to go for a higher level as soon as we can. And it would be also good to have a couple of level ups ready for turn 9 and hopefully find the Wolverine straight away. Although instead here, I'm just going to take the level up and get the Stingray going. Kind of caught myself off guard there. Now we do find the leech. It is kind of late to be bringing in a base stat leech. So yeah, we'll just have to make do. We are going to win here. Now the Elephant getting multiple hits off is obviously going to drastically increase how effective the Tuna actually is. Now, I can't remember if I had melon in this pack or not, but of course you can just put mushroom on an Elephant and then it will come back to life even if it gets one shot by Scorpion, and you're guaranteed to get 6 hits on the Tuna if the Elephant is level 3. I think, yeah, even with that, you're only going to be activating the Wolverine once. However, there was a change a while ago. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it in a video before. But the pets that are triggered on feint and hurt that have a counter can now actually be accelerated in the shop. So if I feint something with a pill and I've got Secretary Bird, the counter will go up and it will stay in battle. Now previously that didn't happen. If you pilled something in the shop, the counter would reset at the start of the battle. The same thing applies to Vulture, so you can actually get your Vulture ready to immediately snipe after one feint in battle if you're able to pill something. And the same applies with Wolverine. So as soon as we hurt the Tuna with the leech, the Wolverine is going to add 1 to its counter straight away. Is this back-to-back Jersey Devil teams? I wasn't paying too much attention to what was actually happening on screen there. But we do get a chocolate, so we could potentially find Wolverine here. Unfortunately, we don't. We do get Cat, though. And we also find another Stingray. So yeah, we'll get rid of the Sea Lion, give the Leech a bit of a boost since we picked it up so late. Its stats are terrible. Another summon team. This time they don't have any summon support though, so I think we might be okay. I guess it just depends what comes out of the Stork and the Eagle, but you can see how many stats that we get from the Tuna there. Unfortunately, they get some good spawns from the Orca, but the Phoenix actually kills their backline unit, so it ends up being a tie. And again, much like the previous Tuna video, we are definitely going to go for as many pita breads as we can, because the leech is going to activate it for free. So we'll take garlic. Garlic on a 614 isn't very good, but it's going to be much bigger than a 614 by the end of the battle. I think we're probably in trouble here. Very large rhino as a result of the panda. Although we do get a ton of stats, yeah, we're just going to get destroyed. I like celery a lot when we've got cat. Although we don't have much attack, the health that we can give to the leech is really just there to make sure that it survives so that the tuna has something to buff after it's been hit a bunch of times by the elephant. So we're still looking for that Wolverine. And I end up giving the tuna skewer. Now that's in preparation for finding the Wolverine. If we can reduce the stats on the opposing team enough, then the tuna, even though it has very poor attack, can potentially get some kills. Actually, it gets one there, and it's going to get 2 because of the mushroom. They get double snake, although I guess the one at the front doesn't get to shoot, but I think we are going to lose here. Or maybe not, because we actually got... yeah, they got Phoenix, which ended up removing the equipment on the shark. So I think that was a fortunate turn of events there. Now we can also take Quetzalcoatl here and hope that it hits the elephant instead of the leech. Leveling up the leech increases the amount of damage it does now, so there isn't necessarily a huge benefit to actually going for it. Okay, I'm going to take the elephant and hedge my bets, just in case it doesn't get hit, but it does. That doesn't matter too much, you know, we didn't really have anything else to spend the gold on anyway. So Vampire Bat level 3 at the front, pretty unusual to see that. But thankfully the leech has plenty health, so it hangs on. And with these summon teams, we are getting a lot of activations on the tuna. And you can see how much, yeah, we get 50-50 on the Quetzalcoatl at the back, even though it was a base stats 2-8. So turn 15, we still haven't seen a single Wolverine unless I've rolled past it, and that would be kind of embarrassing, but I don't think we have. And yeah, we'll probably take the crane. Probably no need for the cat anymore, hence not freezing the orange there. And very unfortunate team to face here where they've got the 50-50 owl and they have the toilet paper to remove the equipment on the elephant. I think we might have been okay there. I don't know if I had enough health. Yeah, I did have enough health on the elephant to actually survive there. Okay, finally we get the Wolverine. And we'll just give it some celery, hoping that that's going to keep it alive. But level 1 on turn 16, it's not going to be doing a whole lot. Luckily it does survive here, so we do actually get to see the ability happen. And because the elephant is level 3, we're activating the Wolverine much more frequently. And yeah, you can see it really is making pretty little difference there. It was all about the stats on the elephant and the number of times that we hit the tuna. But we do immediately get double chocolate, which is very nice. So hopefully it'll make a bit more difference in this next fight. Woodpecker as well. So the Wolverine actually activates them multiple times there and removes all the health on the backline units. So everything was 1 HP. That was incredibly funny. But yeah, very lucky to face a Woodpecker opponent there. Probably unlikely to get to level 3 this turn. We are on 9 wins now. Yeah, I'll just buy lasagna, try and keep it alive. Again, we're just stacking health onto the Wolverine to try and prevent it getting sniped. And look at this, it is 1-up Great One with Whale at the back. So we are going to weaken everything down. So I think the skewer is going to do some damage. I guess the Great One was already on 1 HP. But would you believe that both the Leech and the Wolverine ended up with exactly 18 HP there? So the resummoned Great One instant killed both of them. That was so unlucky. I guess it probably would have been a tie anyway. Maybe we could have won that, but yeah, I was not best pleased after that round. At least they were doing a Whale with Great One instead of Beluga with Great One. Now this is a kind of a funny round where I pill the spider and get another elephant. And then we match with this almost all spider team. And you would think one big unit with Chili would actually destroy this squad, but in the end it's a tie, which I thought was quite funny. Here's another one where we face a snipe team. Everything gets wiped. All the tuna stats go on to the elephant. And we're 1 HP away from the win twice there, I think. Now here's one where we do have the full combo going, although the elephant I've acquired very late and so its stats are extremely poor. But the hedgehog is going to activate and actually trigger our Wolverine. So we're going to remove the health on the backline units, a bunch more hearts, and then all of their health gets reduced down to 1. So the last hedgehog is going to kill its entire team. Yeah, these kind of rounds were few and far between, but it is very enjoyable when they happen. Now look at this one. We've got Elephant Blowfish versus Elephant Tuna Wolverine. What do you think's going to happen? It's very, very difficult to tell what's going on because there are so many hits. And you can't really see how many times the Wolverine is being activated. But in the end, the elephant kills its last 2 teammates apart from the 1-1 monkey at the back. So not the greatest combo, but you can get some amusing rounds out of it. And as things stand, Wolverine is getting buffed on the test server, so maybe we'll see it a bit more often in the future.